Chapter 10. I awaken to light in the coach and the train rolling on. I look at my SpongeBob watch, but it's still broken. Dorothea is somewhere else. I push aside the curtain and see corn for miles. The land is gently sloping, and there's corn on every bit of it. My mom used to tell me that my hair was the color of corn silk. That's the light blonde stringy stuff that you pull away from corn on the cob before you cook it. She loved playing with my hair, running her fingers through it. She had the same hair, but she never played with her own. I told her that when she died, I'd dye my hair green so she could spot me easily looking down from heaven. I don't believe in heaven, but I acted like I did for her sake when she was sick. I don't think you can tell a person who's dying that you don't believe in heaven. She asked me to promise not to color it green, so I swore I wouldn't. But then I did anyways because I was mad at her for breaking so many promises herself. Like I'll meet you here right after school. Like I promise I won't do drugs anymore. I turn away from the corn and stand to fetch my hearts and flowers bag. I brush my green hair even though I don't care. I take my toothbrush and go downstairs into a bathroom. My face looks terrible in the mirror. I brush my teeth anyway. I'm mad when I leave the bathroom, maybe more mad than when I entered it. I'm mad at my mom for her broken promises. I'm mad at my grandma for being mean and nasty. I'm mad at both of them for dying. I'm mad at Neil for smoking, because he can't be my father if he ends up dying from cigarettes. I'm mad because I'm hungry. I go upstairs down the aisle to the lounge car, then below to the snack counter. Neil is there, and he smiles at me. Good morning, Ryder. Hey, Dick, can you spot me a coffee? He can tell I'm not happy, so he doesn't correct me on his name. How about a bowl of cornflakes, too? I scowl. If I see any more corn, I'll vomit. But I almost immediately wish I'd said yes to the cornflakes. He sets a coffee in front of me. Got a smoke, I ask. Aren't you a little young to be smoking, he replies. I can't wait to start, I say. I'm going to have a 2-pack-a-day habit. He puts his hands on the counter and stares at me. Is this about you seeing me smoking last night in La Junta? Were you? I didn't notice. He smiles just a little bit. Apparently, I haven't succeeded in making him mad. So I take my coffee, turn, and leave, grabbing an orange from a bowl as I do. I walk away slowly, waiting to hear him call me out on stealing the orange, but he doesn't. I climb the stairs to the observation lounge. I sit at a table to myself, one table away from Carlos. He's reading a novel. Good morning, he says. I don't smile. Instead, I raise one hand from the table in what isn't quite a wave. I don't look at him. I inspect the orange in my hand. It has a bruise on it. I take the lid off my coffee and stir in 3 sugars and 1 cream, turning it the color of Dr. Lola's skin. I blow on the surface and take a sip. My 3 daughters wouldn't even look at me at breakfast when they were your age, Carlos said. I stare out the window. Obviously, he's telling me he knows something I don't, or that he's seen it all already and he's got me and every other kid at my age figured out. How nice for them, I say. I'm not looking at him, but I can tell by his voice that he's smiling. Are you being sarcastic? I think about it for a second. I shake my head. I don't want to look at his kind face. My orange has a bruise, I say, and I get up and leave my table. I go downstairs to where the bruised orange came from. I don't look at Neil, but I hold the orange in front of me, my arm extended. This orange has a bruise. The stolen orange has a bruise? Maybe it happened during your getaway. My arm falls to my side and I look to the floor. I'm sorry I took it. I was mad at you. He sits on a bar stool behind the counter. Are you mad at me for smoking? I nod. I'm mad at myself, he says. I wish I've never started. And when I try to quit, after a few hours of not smoking, it feels like smoking is the only thing in my life that's good. Really? Yeah, that's what addiction does to you. My boyfriend always tells me if I love him, I should show it by quitting. My heart sinks. I don't know why. I guess my fantasy of him being married to my dead mom just got even more impossible. It was a stupid dream anyway. What's your boyfriend's name? Chuck. I nod. At Grandma's, we had a gay couple for neighbors, Les and Ray, but Grandma had no clue they were gay. You could hear them playing the piano and singing because everyone's walls are thin. Grandma complained about the noise, but I liked it. Neil just watches me. That's also what shrinks do, and eventually you keep talking to fill the silence. It wasn't a trailer park, I continue. It was more like manufactured housing, and Les and Ray had the nicest home in the community. I used to spend a lot of time at their place. They made me salads and smoothies and taught me about healthy eating, and they have a ton of books they let me borrow. It was like living next door to a library. Again, he just waits for more. Grandma didn't have any books, except for a few Reader's Digest condensed books, and she had disgusting foods mainly, except when she made me pancakes. Hers were the best. I can't tell whether he's bored or fascinated with what I'm saying. He has a faraway look on his face, like he's looking at me, but inside me or through me. But I can't stop talking. I miss them, Les and Ray. They were my friends. I'm afraid if I keep talking, I'll say something stupid, so I turn away quickly and run up the stairs. I'm met at the top by an old lady who is on her way down. So I turn around and hurry back to Neil. I forgot to pay for this orange, I say. It's yours for a smile, he says. I smile, not on purpose or for the orange. I just can't help it. Thank you for the orange. You are so welcome. I wait for the old lady to get to the bottom of the stairs. I smile at her and rush to the top, then grab my coffee and sit across from Carlos. Want to split this orange with me, I ask. Only if you help me with these donut holes. Deal. I bite the orange to get the peel started, then remember I'm sharing. Oops, I say, but Carlos laughs as I start peeling. My grandma in Palm Springs had an orange tree, but you couldn't eat them. They were ornamental oranges. The peels were bumpy and they were really sour, but you could make marmalade out of them. Grandma taught me. Thank you, Carlos says, accepting his half of the orange from me. They smelled good through the peel, though, and the blossoms that came in spring were amazing. Grandma would leave the windows open to fill the house with their smell. That sounds beautiful. He looks at me like he knows already, so I say, she's dead. He tilts forward a little. I'm sorry. I was living with her for the past 2 years. Cigarettes killed her. I looked out the window. The corn is so high, the roofs of barns look like they're floating on it. Every time you eat an orange, you can remember her. I look at Carlos and nod. I eat my half of the orange and wonder if that will be a happy thing or a sad thing.